Well, hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Acres. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the ITEHIL water purifier, if that's how you pronounce it, ITEHIL. And this is how it comes in the box. And so I did have to take this out and charge it before I can demonstrate it, because that's what it says in the instructions to charge the unit. And I'm going to be talking about that. But for now, let's get this unboxed, and you'll see this is how it comes. It's just got these two foam inserts that go around the actual purifier unit itself. I'll set this box over here. And it's got this bag around it. It's white and black. And yes, it does look like a toaster, but this is for the handle. This is just for you to put your hand in. It's lightweight. It does have a little bit of weight. It's probably a few pounds. And it does have rubber feet on the bottom, which is nice, so it will not scuff a surface or move around on you. So there's the unit itself. And we will set that aside. And then also in the box is just one more box. And this has the accessories to the water purifier. And in here are the two filters, and then it has a handle to tighten the filter down. And it also has a carrying bag for the water purifier to take it on the go. But inside this bag are the hoses that go to the water purifier. Now, the one thing I don't like about the way that they ship the hoses is that they're kinked. Hoses should be coiled in a circle and then laid flat in a box, because this type of rubber retains memory. So these hoses are going to want to crimp and plug the water supply on you. So I don't like that. See how bad these are all kinked? They shouldn't squeeze them together like that. They should coil it in a circle. But anyway, there's two parts to this machine. And then they do give you a dual USB-C charging cable. And I'm going to talk about the charging here in a minute. And then they do give you two different types of filters here. One's the RO filter, and the other one is the hybrid filter. One lasts a little longer than the other, and all that information is on the website. So you can go to the website and check that out. You can read about all this stuff on the website. And instead of me putting all the information into this video, it's easier to just visit the website and get all the specs on this. But I wanted to talk about something regarding this charging. Now right here is the USB-C charging port right here. That's where you plug the machine in to charge it, because this does not run on any electricity. There's no power cord on it. This is like a battery bank that will filter water on the go anywhere you take it. If it's camping, taking a road trip, an SHTF situation, or if the grid went down and you had to filter water, this thing is ideal for that. The filters go right here in the top, and it has arrows that show you which way that they go in and which way you turn them to lock them. Each cylinder, each canister inside its proper location. And then the one hose goes on the front and the other one goes on the back, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But I wanted to talk about the charging on this. Now it says, and it's right on the machine, right on the label, that it says when the green light starts to blink, it means that it's a low battery and it needs to be charged. Well, I wanted to tell you guys honestly, because I always tell you the truth in my reviews on what I personally think. This machine does not have a green light. It blinks red, so I charged it, and it says it charges for only 3 hours. That's not true. It took me 5 hours to charge it, and that blinking red light went to a solid red light when it was charged. And I thought, well, that's strange. Why isn't it turning green? So I left it plugged in for an additional half an hour, making it a total of 5.5 hours to charge it. And the light was still red. It never went green. So obviously it's a blinking red light when it needs to be charged, and a solid red light when it's fully charged, not green. Also, the link that they sent me when I go to the website, it says that this machine's only $35. Now, that's obviously a mistake on their part, because when you click on that link and it takes you to a secondary page, that reflects the true price of this machine, which is $229. So if the price on the main page of the website isn't correct and the indicator charging light isn't correct, I have no idea what else is correct on any of the information on this machine. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to test it anyway. It's fully charged. I'm going to hook up the hoses, and I'll be back to show you how the hoses get hooked up, because I have to cut these with wire cutters, these cable ties, and then it has to purge for 10 minutes before you can put it to use. So we'll be back. Okay guys, I took the cable ties off of this, and as you can see, there's two hoses. And it's got these little locking mechanisms with a gasket, and this is what goes on the back of the machine right here under this rubber insert. And it says drinking water on the right, and then this is the hose that discharges the gray water, and it just goes in there and locks like that. This filter is what goes into the water you're wanting to purify. And then on the front right here, this screws in. It's threaded and it just screws in until it's finger tight. You don't want to over tighten it with a wrench or anything, because these are just plastic threads. So you just get it in there nice and tight like that, and then you're ready to go. So now I have to purge this for 10 minutes because that's what it says to do after everything is hooked up. But let's get the filters in here. This one is the filter RO. That one doesn't even lock. Doesn't even go to locked. This one does. There it goes. I had to push it down further. So yeah, they're not easy to install, you guys. Not easy at all. So now I'm gonna fill up the sink, and I'm going to let this run, and I'll let the gray water discharge into a bucket. So after I do this test for 10 minutes, I'll bring you guys back, and then I'll show you how it purifies. Okay guys, we're purging the system. I've got the filter in the sink that has charcoal in it, and we're letting the water run through the lines, so it's operating as it should. And I'm just letting the water go into the toilet for right now, because we have to purge this for 10 minutes. I've got a glass of water here that I took from our tap, and I'm just letting it sit here because I'm going to do a comparison for when we filter the water. I'll put the filtered water into this glass and we'll compare the two. So the one on the left is unfiltered and the one on the right is going to be filtered. One thing I wanted to point out on this machine is that it is quiet. It's very, very quiet. It's not a noisy machine. So this is something you could use in a house or in a camper or anywhere. Even if someone was asleep and you had to purify some water, this isn't loud enough to wake anybody. Okay, now to turn it on, you just hold it, the power button, and the power button does show up green, but it does have a separate light for charging, so I don't know why the charging light don't turn green, but it don't. At least this machine doesn't. So now we're going to filter some water into this glass. There it goes. And that's all of a more of a stream that you get. So it is a pretty weak stream, but you could fill up, it says that it'll do 9 gallons of water on a single charge. So you could fill up 9 gallons like plastic milk jugs on a single charge. Okay, now I'm going to shut it off. And of course it's hard to tell because the glasses are fogged up. Now our well water has not been tested yet, and we do have a sulfur smell in our water. Let's see. I can't say that I'm really seeing a big difference. I don't know, what do you think? Do you want to try it? This water I'm not drinking because that's untested. Myself, I don't think it tastes like spring water. Do you? Mm-mm. It don't taste anything like spring water. And as I look down through the water, I still see particles.
I was going to say it tastes the same.
Yeah, I think it pretty much tastes the same, and I can't drink it because our water gives me diarrhea. So, I don't know, you guys. You're going to have to decide for yourself. I mean, for $229, I do like the concept that it has a built-in battery bank. Now, I do not have water testers where I can dip it in the water and get a digital reading. I don't have that stuff because I'm not into the water testing business. So just from somebody that they sent this to review it, my honest opinion, yeah, I mean, you're going to have to make the call yourself. I do like the fact that it's portable. It's super quiet when it's running. It's lightweight. You can take it anywhere. It works as it should. Now, whether I'd have to test it again to see if I can get 9 gallons on a single charge. I don't like it that the indicator doesn't go green when it's fully charged. It just goes to a solid red. And I don't like it that the link on the website has one price and then you click on it and it takes you to a second page where it gives you the actual price. So that's something they've got to fix. Maybe that's just an honest mistake on their part. But is this something that I would buy myself? I would if it was probably half of what it costs, because I do like the portability of it and I like it that it runs on its own. It doesn't need any electricity to run. So that's nice. And they do give you a nice, really long hose, a very long hose. I mean, this hose here has got to be a good 7-8 feet in length. So you could filter water in a stream, a pond, wherever. So there's plenty of hose for that. And, but yeah, I mean, I can't say that I'm impressed with the filtration. I mean, I'd have to use this more, but, yeah, I don't think this tastes like spring water. Yeah, that water doesn't taste good enough for me. Does it you?
It still smells the same.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's ice cold. Our water definitely is nice and cold.
It is, but it tastes the same.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a difference between the two. And this definitely I would not drink.
I mean, it's less, I think, of the smell.
Yeah, there's still a smell in this, but it's lessened. So you guys will have to decide for yourself. Go to the website. The links will be down below. There'll be a promotion code if this is something you want to purchase. Maybe you still like this machine, think it's a good deal. It is a nice machine, and but is it going to really filter stuff out of the water? I honestly don't think so. I just don't think so. I'm not, you know, I purge this for 10 minutes, like it said, and then after that it says it's ready to go. So water has been running through these filters for 10 minutes to flush out anything from, you know, the residual effects of it being manufactured. But then when it's ready to go, if this is the end product, I can't say I'm very impressed with it. But I do like the concept. But there again, maybe you'll get better results. I don't know. Everything is different. But yeah, so I'm leaving it up to you guys. You know, if it's something you want to buy, go ahead. But for me, at $229, I don't think I would buy this machine. There's got to be a cheaper one, something that puts out a lot more pressure than this one does for the pump, because this hose is just a little trickle. But, you know, in an emergency SHTF situation, this thing would get you by and get you some drinking water. But I don't believe that it's doing the job and purifying it like they claim. So that's just my honest opinion, you guys. Links are down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys again in another video, and I got more reviews coming. Bye-bye.